Muted. What's going on, Amazon sellers? Happy Friday and welcome to the OA Challenge sourcing contest. It is going to be this is actually going to be sponsored by Tactical Arbitrage. They're the ones behind the very generous prizes. And we've done these a few times. They've been a big success. We've learned a lot of really great things from some of these sourcing methods that people have used in these contests, and we wanted to run another one. Now, we had about I don't know, maybe 150 or so people register. Most people will probably not be sourcing for the actual challenge. Most people will likely just be watching and learning and things like that. And we'll dive into all the rules and things like that in just a minute. But I wanted to say what's going on to those of you who are willing to spend a little bit of your Friday night with us. So we've got Abdullah and Artem, Otis and Vera and Cheryl and Tammy and Cindy, Jerry, Lynn, Melissa, Greg, Alicia, I'm thinking. It's great to see everybody. I'm glad that you guys are here to hang out. What we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit, and I should have a co-host here very shortly. We're going to talk a little bit about what this is all about. We're going to go over the rules. I'm going to go over the prizes, and tonight we're going to give away a few prizes as well. We've got what do we have to give away tonight? We've got IP Alert to give away. We've got a Tactical Arbitrage Academy, a Wholesale Challenge, a live ticket to the Wholesale Challenge that's coming up on July 22nd here in just a couple of weeks, taught by my friend Corey Ganem. We're going to give away a live one of those. We're going to give away a Keepa Academy, and one person is going to win an entire year free of Tactical Arbitrage. So if you have an account with Tactical Arbitrage, it's going to be paid for the next year. If you don't have a Tactical Arbitrage account, you're going to get a free one for an entire year, and we'll be giving that away here as well. Dale, what's going on from Orlando? I'm in Orlando as well. Miguel and Rye, I'm glad you guys showed up here. So if you guys have questions about how this works, let me know in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer your guys' questions. But we chose this weekend for a very specific reason. Number one, we couldn't do it any earlier because we went away on a little planning trip, guys trip, planning trip. There was work done, I promise, in between an adult beverage here and there. But I've also planned out for the rest of the year. And we also chose this weekend because yesterday was 4th of July or Independence Day if you're in the US. And that means that sales are hot and heavy, and they will be all the way through the weekend. I just actually looked, and over the past couple of days, there are over 900 emails that either have the title Independence, Fourth, or Fourth spelled out as a word inside of SalesGazer. There were about 920 emails that are showing sales inside of SalesGazer.com. Now, if you don't have a SalesGazer.com account, you should go grab one. It's absolutely free. I'm going to pop the name of it here into the chat. But go over to SalesGazer.com. I'm going to show you what it looks like here. SalesGazer.com is it's basically a catch-all email built for you, absolutely free. And all you need to do is you head over to SalesGazer.com. You create yourself an absolutely free account over there, and then it'll say, "Hey, you need to go to your email and you need to verify that you got an email from us." Well, those don't actually come out anymore. This is a free software, so that broke and we haven't fixed it. So all you have to do is actually just log into it with the password that you created. Once you do that, you can head over to the little gear icon up in the top right-hand corner, I know this is a little small, but there's a gear icon right up here in the top right-hand corner, and you will be shown all of the newsletters that are available to you. All right. Across all of the marketplaces, there are currently 1,828 different sites that you could apply to or you could get emails from. You can also break this down by country. So, of course, I'm in the US. I've chosen USA, and there are 1,051 sites in the US marketplace that are available to you. Okay. You can choose all of them, or you can subscribe to just the ones that you want to subscribe to. If you want to do that, okay. There are a few sites that we need to fix. I'm going to get working on that because we've got some ideas for SalesGazer to become a bigger and better place for you to be able to get information from. All right. But this is available to you as a tool. You are allowed to use whatever tools you might want to inside while you're sourcing. All right. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and let me share the rules. We'll talk a little bit about rules. All right. Share this one here. Okay. So first of all, prizes. First place is $1,000. Second place is $500. Third place is $250. These are cash. The reason we decided to go cash this year is because you can add it directly to your sourcing budget. There's no need to go out and have a Rolo printer sent to you or anything like that. You could use it for supplies. You could use this to source products, turn that $1,000 into $1,500 if you'd like. It starts tonight. Starts immediately. You could be sourcing right now while you're listening to this video if you want. It ends on July the 8th at 6 p.m. We're going to have another live show. I'm going to be getting you guys a form to submit all of your leads to, okay? You'll be able to submit your leads. Now, you have to remember that you'll have a choice to share the lead publicly where we can go and we can break it down and say, here's why this is a great lead. Here's why we don't think this is a good lead and things like that. If you're sharing a lead that is from a honey hole or a place that you don't want to be shared publicly, you can choose to do that as well. So you don't have to hold back. It'll still be counted in the prize for the prizes. All right. We just won't be able to show it publicly. Okay. Now, you can use tactical arbitrage. You can do manual sourcing. You can do Keepa, whatever works best for you. We'd love if you're doing tactical arbitrage. These leads have to be found before the cutoff at 6 p.m. On Monday. Okay. How do you register? Well, you're here. You've already registered. All right. All right. Got my co-host here. Nate, what's going on, man? We've got a few other things here. Do you have to compete? No, you're more than welcome to just watch, have a little fun tonight. Like I said, we're going to be giving out some prizes here in just a little bit. Are all of the leads going to be seen? No. You have an option to hide your lead if you don't want it seen by the public. We'd love for you to be able to share that lead so that we can break it down and discuss how you found that lead. Okay. How's this competition scored? Nate and myself will be going through the leads. The leads are going to be scored based on profitability as well as factors such as risk. So if it's obviously an item that is extremely profitable right now, we're kind of on the cusp of back to school season. Back to school season is probably really going to hit its stride here in another 2 weeks. So we may see some things that are a little bit inflated in price at the moment. But if we know that over the next 90 days that price is going to drop off because it did so last back to school season and the back to school season before that, then we're going to take that into account. We're also going to take into account estimated sales velocity. And again, since we're right kind of on the cusp of back to school, that estimated sales velocity will be taken into account for any seasonal products. If we know that August 1st, the demand for the product that you share as a lead absolutely falls off a cliff and nobody buys it until next July, then we're going to take that into account. All right. You are able to submit 2 leads per person. All right. 2 leads per person. Now, you can submit 7 leads if you want to, but here's the thing. If you do that, we're only going to count 2 as your submissions. We'll try to count the best 2, but if there are 250 leads to go through, that may not be possible. We're just going to pick 2 of your leads. All right. Is there going to be a replay of tonight and Monday? Yes. I don't know where you may be watching this. You might be watching this inside of our webinar software. You might be watching this on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter. The replays will be left up wherever you're watching this so that you can check out what's going on, how this was scored, who won, all of that good stuff. Now, why do we decide to do this over an entire weekend? Well, if you're going to use tactical arbitrage, which if I were going to do this, it's probably one of the ways that I would absolutely do or use. It's a tool I would absolutely use, is what I'm trying to say. Tactical arbitrage would allow me to throw a lot of potential ASINs against the wall and then show me profitable items. I would use something called the shotgun method of reverse search sourcing. And I would go out and probably put up 250 or 300,000 ASINs and see what gets spit out and then turn in the best one. All right. I would also do some sales sourcing with tactical arbitrage through product searches. All right. Now let's talk about rules a little bit, and then I'll get to your guys' questions as well. And you'll also notice that Nate has dropped the submission link for the leads. I am going to be turning that into a sorry. I'm going to turn that into a short link as well. And I'll email that out to you guys. It's going to be oachallenge.com/submit, just to make it super easy for you guys to get to that instead of having to look at a really long type form link.
I'm going to get that right now here for you, Chris.
Perfect. Thank you. Now, we've got a couple of rules that you're going to have to pay attention to. Okay. Rule number 1, all the leads must be found within the time frame. So the time starts now, like we said, goes to July 8th at 6 p.m. Eastern. If we have to, we can verify with tactical arbitrage if you use it when a scan was run. Okay. We don't want anyone trying to cheat. Okay. Rule number 2, the points are going to be measured in anticipated 90-day net profits. There's no limitation on margins, net profit, or sales rank. If you find something that is ranked 1 in, say, the grocery category, and it makes 50 cents per unit and a 10% ROI, and it sells 10,000 times a month, and we think that you might be able to get 1,000 sales in a month, then we will count that as 3,000 sales over the next 3 months. Okay. As long as it's something that stays ranked number 1 or right within there over time. Okay. You could find something that maybe sells once a month, has no other sellers on it, or has one other seller on it, and has a $250 profit on it. Okay. That would be worth $250 if it sells once per month, and we can prove that via sales rank, via number of reviews, all those kind of things that I've talked about for a long time about sourcing. Okay. If you use tactical arbitrage, you can only use one account. You can't, have your account going and a friend's and another friend's. Also, any leads that are found from third-party lists or from the help of other sellers is not okay. You can't have your VAs go out finding leads for you. You can't have your buddies send you their best bolo or anything like that. You really need to be finding these on your own. Okay. Rule number 4, the leads do not need to be shared publicly. We've talked about this. If you want to have a chance to win that $1,000, but you don't want a lead shared on live video in front of, I expect we'll have another 150 people on Monday, then you don't have to. Okay, we can look at it privately. We also have a rule that neither Nate or I will share these leads with anybody. We will not source them. We have a very strict rule about not using leads that other people send us. Okay. But we will have to validate them if you want to be able to get any of the prizes. All right. The products
we do have one thing that we are also when you submit the form, there's an option that says, do you want to share the lead? Even if it's not the winning lead, if you select that you want to share it, we may share it as an example during the even if it's not a profitable lead. Some of them won't even be actually good leads, but we are going to use those as examples for training in Monday's show. And anyone whose lead shows up for that will get a $50 PayPal bonus if their lead is selected. But so we do recommend that you select that. But also, if you found a lead that's really good and you're going and buying deep and you don't want to share it, by all means, just click that you don't want, or don't select. It's okay for us to share it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Products need to be free from IP claims. All right. You can use Keepa for this. You can use IP Alert. That's how we're going to validate it. But if the lead that you send in is known to have IP complaints submitted, we're going to have to remove that particular lead. Okay. It won't be counted. You're allowed to send in leads that are gated. There's no way for us to check whether or not you may or may not be gated. Okay. If it's profitable, it's profitable. As long as it's not something that is perma-gated or hard gated for everybody. So don't send in a Clinique lead, or don't send in a Smashbox lead that's absolutely nuts on the ROI. But if you can't sell Nike and you find a Nike product that just blows it out of the water, you could absolutely send that in. Okay. Profit estimates are going to be made by us. And I know how to read Keepa, so we're going to assume that the market behavior is matching. This says Q1, Q2. We know that we're in Q3 right now. So we're going to look at the last 90 days. We're going to look at the last year. And then I also will take a look at the length of time that it's been on Amazon, just to look for any seasonality and that kind of thing. Right. And then the last and final rule, the next to last rule, third-party Chrome extensions are permitted for use. You can use IP Alert, you can use Tactical Bucket, you can use Tactical Expander, Rev Seller. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here.
Seller
Amp. Any other third-party tool you want to use, that's absolutely fine. Keepa, of course, is not only recommended but encouraged to make good decisions and for sourcing. I'm sure that many of you know how to use Keepa Product Finder, Keepa Deals. Doesn't matter what kind of lead it is either. It can be from a retailer. It can be an Amazon to Amazon flip. But if it is an Amazon to Amazon flip, it needs to show that it's actually dropped in price within the past 30 days or so, that you could have purchased it, and that it happens on a regular basis, not just a one-off Amazon to Amazon flip. Okay. All right. All the rules are subject to change. I don't foresee us making any changes unless we see some serious cheating over the weekend, which I don't expect, because everyone here is ethical and upstanding, even if there is $1,000 prize on the line. All right. Okay. I'm sure that you guys have questions. I'm sure that you may need help with something. I want to spend the next 20 minutes or so answering your guys' questions. And I also want to make sure that you have every tool that you need at your disposal to be able to go through and compete. And I also need a lot more of you to comment, because the only way we can pick prizes for winners tonight is if we can see your name in the chat. Okay. So let us
Speaking of
know what's on your mind.
prizes, we're gonna start. We'll start doing some here. So this first show is just intro to what we're doing, and then we're gonna start giving out some prizes, and then save a few for the last day. So prizes we have 1 full year of tactical arbitrage. We have IP Alert, Tactical Academy, a wholesale challenge, access to our wholesale challenge that will be starting in July. So we haven't even announced that yet, but there you go. And then we also have Keepa Academy. Do we have anything else we talked about giving?
I think that's it for now.
Yep. And then remember, guys, the whole reason we're doing this on this weird, weekend is 4th of July deals, right? So if you can go out and find those coupons, those deals that are hyper relevant to right now, that is going to give you an edge over other sellers. Just, it's what we recommend anyway, is timeliness and finding deals that are, particularly profitable, just given the, the holiday or the time frame that they're available in.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right. I have also put on the bottom of the screen, so you guys can all see it, where you will go to start submitting your leads. All right. You don't have to be the first person to submit. There is no prize for that. Okay. Also, would probably give it a little bit of a side eye if you found a lead within the first 20 minutes. Okay. I personally would hold off until closer to the end. All right. You want to submit your best leads. All right. Now go to oachallenge.com/submit. I'll also send out an email on Sunday as a reminder to everybody. So make sure to check your email. It'll come from chris@cleartheshelf.com. Okay. Tammy, glad you are excited for this. Yeah. Let us know. I tell you what, to give you guys a bit of a better chance here of winning a door prize this evening. If you're going to compete, please put a 1 in the chat. If you are not going to compete and you're just here to watch, put a 2 for me. And I am going to answer some of your questions here. So let's see here. Drew wanted to drop in and say what's up. Appreciate you guys, what you guys do. Thanks so much, Drew. I appreciate that. Greg, used books in the library section could have huge ROI and profit with textbook season coming up. Thoughts? Yes, absolutely. There can be. And if you can find a place to source them, whether it's an Amazon to Amazon flip from maybe a merchant fulfilled seller, and we can prove that it is probably going to sell for an inflated price, then yes, that would absolutely be counted. Carrie, sounds like it's going to fill your days. That's great.
Also, guys, if you are going to use TA and you haven't already, OAC 14 day is a coupon code that will get you 14 days of free access. But if it's your first day, it's going to be hard to win the contest. But you never know. You never
know. Lonnie, sorry, had some technical difficulties. Do we need to register or do we just need to submit? You should have registered, but if you haven't, you can just submit the lead. I believe we require an email there so that we know who it's from. I think we ask for your name and email and stuff. But yeah, you can just use that submission form. Barbie, we meet again on Monday at 6 p.m. Yes, we will be meeting again on Monday at 6 p.m. We'll have a few more prizes to give away. We will have some leads to review and how they were found and discuss, why they were good and things like that. And we'll probably share a few that are not good. We won't share names, but we'll share a few that are not good so you can see what you may want to stay away from.
Yeah, it's really good to see what people think are good leads, so that if we can kind of address those, it really shows like, all right, this is something that person probably would have bought, which means other people might have. So it's a really
Mm-hmm.
great way to really, kind of teach by showing you what not to do, even though it looks on the surface like it might be a profitable lead.
Yeah. Do we need to submit leads on Saturday and Sunday, or only today and on Monday? No, you just need to submit your leads by Monday. I would prefer if you did it, like by 3 p.m. Eastern, so we have some time to go through them.
Okay, let's do our first prize, Chris. Let's make it a comment contest. Um, I want to give. We'll save the year of TA for Monday. We'll save that since it's kind of a bigger prize. For now, I want to give a gift to the current TA users who would benefit from Tactical Arbitrage Academy. So in the comments, comment the date that you started using TA, and then I'm going to pick from somebody in there, and then they're going to get Tactical Academy. And I have a date in my head, and the closest to that date will be the one that gets it.
Is it month, day, and year?
Yes, it is in my head. But they can say, yeah, they can pick. It'll just be month, and whoever's the closest to the month in my head will get it.
Perfect.
Right,
I'm gonna let you go through and pick, but we had a question. So one of the questions was, any tips for filtering through SalesGazer for the best deal being promoted? So there are a couple of things that you can do inside of SalesGazer. All right. Up in SalesGazer, you can go to the top right-hand corner, and there's this search messages right here. In this search messages, you can search for stuff. So for example, you're going to see right here at nydj.com, there's a 15% off in the subject line. All right. So if we put in 15% and hit enter, we're now going to pull back everything that has 15% off in the subject line. Okay. So you could do this for just about everything. Go 50%, and you'll see that, hey, at Neiman Marcus, up to 50% for your favorite name brand sales. And there's going to be a bunch of clothing places with that kind of deal. Bare Minerals, though, there's a 50% off sale going on. Okay. So there's lots of ways to do that. You could also search for, you'll notice here, this is actually something we talked about on Wednesday, up to 50% off site wide, plus buy one, get two free on Funko at Hot Topic. So if you put in here B1G2 and hit enter, you will get all the things where there is buy one, get two free. And Hot Topic's not the only place. There's Puritan, there's Belk that are also running sales like that. So there's lots of different things you might want to search in there.
Guys, if you win, so Monique Hall is the winner of Tactical Academy. The month was in my head was June, and June 27th is my birthday. It just happened, so that was in my head. That goes to Monique. Guys, if you won, we're gonna go through and try to find everybody manually, but please do us a favor and message us, message me or Chris on Facebook or YouTube, wherever. We'll email us, whatever it is. Just get us and say what you won, and we will trust you. And then probably we'll check, but just let us know, and we will get that access sent over to you.
Yeah. The best email would be support@oachallenge.com. If you want to send an email there. Wayne, I've been doing really well with retail arbitrage. I need to sharpen my OA skills. What should I focus on first? Keep a product finder, tactical arbitrage, or something else? So my opinion is that retail arbitrage and online arbitrage are really very similar to each other. It's just the fact that you're sitting down in front of a computer that seems to make it a little bit more difficult. I think that being out in the store, it actually allows you to free yourself from distractions that being in front of a computer offers up. And I don't mean social media or anything like that, because I've been known to stand in an aisle at a retail store and scroll through social media and lose a half an hour of my life. All right. What I mean, though, is the fact that at your computer, I have IP Alert, Ace and Gadget, Rev Seller, Seller Amp, Keepa charts. What else? OS add-on, DS Amazon Quick View. I have all these things to help me figure out whether or not something is profitable and is going to stay profitable. Sorry, bear with me one moment here.
All right. Well, he's doing that. We are going to we're going to give away a seat at our live wholesale challenge that will be happening at the end of the month. And Chris, I'm going to do, this is going to be for somebody who has this book. So the people, the real true blue fans that have been around and bought a copy of this book. Tell me, what is pillar number 5 in the 5 pillars of wholesale? The first person to tell me that will get access to the wholesale challenge.
Oh, nice. So Wayne, what I would do is I would pick something that you're comfortable with. So if you've been really practicing with Keepa Product Finder, I'd start there. If you just know how to really dig into sales, just go and do some manual sourcing. Dig into those sales and go out and just source your heart out on the computer.
Pillar number 5, Abe. Yes, sir. That is it. The 5th pillar of Amazon wholesale is hiring virtual talent. I will take virtual assistants. That'll work. Abe, message us and we'll get you access to the live wholesale challenge. Chris, remind me to pay Corey for that. I didn't tell him we're doing this.
Yeah, I'll let him know. Jose, I just started this week with Tactical Arbitrage. I enrolled to Keepa Academy a while back. Time to enroll in the TA1 as well. Yeah, we just redid Tactical Arbitrage Academy. Actually, I have one more video to make. I need to get on that. I'll have to do that early next week. All right. What other questions do you guys have? Or we can hold the other prizes for Monday. We'll give away the big prizes and give away a few other door prizes. And we can let you guys get out to sourcing. And a couple of things about doing this that I think are a really great idea. It's one, you have the opportunity to win $1,000 or 500 or 250 bucks. But the other thing is if you really decide that you're going to compete, a side benefit of that is you're going to find some profitable products that you could buy for your Amazon business and flip them. Okay. And sometimes, especially folks who are like, oh, well, I'm not where I want to be. It really is just a matter of sitting down and doing the work and actually, sourcing, which it can be boring. It can be time consuming. And this is a little carrot that you could use to actually kind of lock in for the entire weekend and just source your face off.
Definitely. So I see that Abe was the one that showed up first for me, but Artem actually answered as well, and now his is actually showing up higher on the. So let's go ahead and give Artem something. Also, Artem, you can take either Keepa Academy or IP Alert, whichever of those you don't have. No, I bet if you have the wholesale challenge book, you probably have those too. But just let me know. Artem, if you're still here, let me know. Just comment IP Alert. Yeah, I had a feeling you didn't want to make a fuss. On my end, I saw Abe's first. I appreciate that. But let me know which of those two you want. Keepa would be dope. Keepa it shall be.
Perfect. I appreciate that, Artem. Let's see here. I want the year of TA. Need to buckle down and use it better this time around. Yep, absolutely. We'll show up on Monday. We'll be giving that out. Claire, not sourcing related, but how was your brainstorming bro hangout time? It was wonderful. Couple of adult beverages, some steaks. We got to see some dolphins up close.
Jet skiing with dolphins.
Did a little jet skiing with dolphins, and just a lot of laughing, and a little bit
romantic. Just a bromantic getaway.
It was.
We wanted. I'm kind of proud of us. We were going to have like a hackathon and just work on stuff, and we really never did. No. We really just kind of chilled, and it was really nice.
Carrie, all the school courses are under the link inside of school called Classroom. If you go there, if you're not approved for one of the courses and you have purchased it, shoot one of us a DM on school and we will look into that for you guys.
All right, let's give away an IP alert. Chris, you got any good ideas for how we could give that away?
Okay, I'll tell you what. You cannot Google this, which I know that there's no way for me to police that. Okay. But without Googling this, how many years have we celebrated Independence Day in the United States? This was the Independence Day in the United States. The first person to answer that one wins.
I'm Googling it so I know who to give it to.
Also, not that I dislike the Brits or anything like that, but Independence Day is the most celebrated holiday across the world. There are a ton of countries that celebrate their independence from Britain.
Greg.
Exactly, Greg. It is 0 in England. They lost. I heard a pretty good joke the other day. Someone was like, why?
Artem skeptical.
Yeah, I actually do know that. But yeah, I get it. There are some folks who may have Googled it, but
we had a lot of people that knew 248 real fast.
Right. I mean, I would imagine it's been posted on social media quite a bit, but
yeah.
So someone asked why in the US is it spelled canceled with 1 L and why is it spelled canceled with 2 L's in the UK? And someone answered, because we handed them the L back in the day. All right. So let's see here. Let's see who was the first one to answer 248.
And ideally somebody who doesn't have IP alert. So if you do have IP alert, we call you.
I show Claire to be the first one here with 248.
Cool. I feel like she has it though. But
Claire, if you don't have IP alert, it's all yours.
Also, guys, if you want, there is currently a 50% off IP alert at the website. I'll share the link down below. I see. I knew she did. I don't know why I knew she did, but I knew she did.
Let's see here. The next one, count Tammy. Tammy put 48, but I know that's just an honest typo to get that number right. So Tammy, if you don't have IP alert, let us know and we'll get that to you.
If she does have it, I want to give it to someone who answered incorrectly because I appreciate that we can be positive they didn't cheat.
All right. Yeah, we'll get this given away, and then we're going to let you guys go so you can get out and source or hang out with the family tonight if you're going to start first thing tomorrow morning. This is going to be a ton of fun. Tonight we just get to have a little bit of fun, give away some prizes. But
Tammy does have it. All right, well it's going to let me see, who was the first person to answer incorrectly? Barbie, do you have IP alert? I respect that you were close and incorrect.
But this is going to be a ton of fun. There is going to be a lot of learning experience on Monday. We'll be able to go through some things. I will break down some Keepa graphs from winners, from stuff that are not winners, and it's going to be a ton of fun. Barbie does not have it. So Barbie, please make sure to email us support@oachallenge.com, and we will get that over to you. Okay.
I'll give one to Lynn. I'll give one to Lynn also, since she would have been in line.
That's fair. Lynn, shoot us an email at support@oachallenge.com. All right, guys, remember, I'm going to send you out another email on Sunday. It's going to have the submit link. Okay. It's also right down here in this video. It's oachallenge.com/submit. Okay. You're going to want to make sure that you use that to submit your leads for the prizes. Okay. $1,000 for first place, $500 for second, $250 for third. All right.
Just remember the $1,000 is nice, but you guys with a big 4th of July sourcing could make way more than that, even without winning the prize. So whether you think you're going to win or not, go out there and test it out. Try to find some deals, make some money. And if you happen to find a killer deal that you want to share, let us know. We can see if we can get you hooked up with that cash. 3 cash prizes, 1,000, what was it, 1,500 and 250. Thank you to our sponsor of this, Tactical Arbitrage. They always, we message them about this stuff. They always say, heck yes. So we appreciate that.
And if you don't have Tactical Arbitrage, make sure to go out and get yourself a free trial. Will cost you $0. You can use code OAC, the number 14 day, DAY, and get a 14-day extended trial. That is nowhere else can you get that kind of trial. It is only available through Nate and myself. So
it's as good as it gets.
That's right. So get out there, get sourcing, submit those leads. We'll be back on Monday to break things down for you guys. Good luck, and we'll talk to you on Monday. Have a great one, everybody.
See you guys.